Hello, I'm Aquatic, and this is Q&A Saturday, the weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so on last week's Q&A Saturday. This is a fun once-a-week opportunity for me to respond to your big questions, and I guess small questions too, that you've had over the past week. I think it's a good back and forth. I hope you all do agree. If you do, you can like the video and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot. Lets know you do like Q&A Saturday and the weekly answers about life, the universe, and Minecraft update, which I mean are arguably three equally important things. But yeah, just keep in mind this might be the last Q&A Saturday before the Aquatic update for consoles. So of course things will change. If that does happen, make sure to come back and ask your Q&A Saturday question, because obviously questions will change after that point. It's about a 40% chance that we do have an update in the next week, but again, there's a lot of variables. Keep that in mind before we move into the first question, which is a pretty good one from Jessica Clark, who asks, now that you've downloaded and played the Aquatic update on Bedrock, do you have any advice for us console players on how to prepare for the update? Anything you wish you had done beforehand? Because of course, yeah, the Aquatic update, when it comes out, you're like, oh wow, there's all these new things, and then you're like, oh, there's a few things I wish I'd done before. I have this every single update, and if you have this too, then don't worry, I can hopefully help you with some of the things that I regret a little bit. So first of all, we have stuff that I regret from 1.6. Getting leather is a lot easier than getting phantom membrane, especially with, Minecraft, being the way it is, where phantoms currently won't come after you. So yeah, make sure you repair your elytras before the update, just in case. We don't know if phantom's in there. That's still an unanswered question, so just be on the safe side of that. Also, it's worth mentioning that if you want to make an aquarium, it's best to do a lot of that work right now too. And then the final thing, this is like the big one, all water changes across your entire Minecraft world. All of your existing water is going to change color. Some of it's going to look pretty okay, some of it's going to look a lot worse, but some of it will look a lot better too. Make sure that you're on the better side, not the worse side. So yeah, pick a biome with good water. For instance, mushroom biomes have purple water. You might like that or you might hate that, but it's just worth keeping in mind that, like, yeah, your biome, if you build a big water thing now, especially to prepare for the Aquatic update, make sure you build with the biome that you're in mind. And that's something I guess I didn't even think about till the update. Then I was like, you know, I've built this in entirely the wrong place. The water's a bit ugly here because it was like a swamp. So yeah, just avoid swamp water, basically avoid swamps even more than you do right now at all costs is my advice for the next update and for the preparing of it. Of course, I'd probably also say, like, if you have a zombie spawner, get ready to turn it into a drowned spawner in case you want to farm out for tridents and stuff, because going out and getting tridents in the original way, I think it's more fun personally. But if you want to, get ready and, farm it out already, then get that stuff done. That's what I'd recommend. But with that said, let's move into the second question, which comes in from Ali Halim, who says, what will you do with your channel as Minecraft's dominance over YouTube has been going down since 2016? And I wanted to answer this one because a lot of people have been coming at me with like business style questions like this, like, hey Toycat, you make Minecraft videos, they've got like a downwards relevance as far as like the total share of YouTube users going, all these sorts of things. And this is because a lot of other YouTubers, when they stop playing Minecraft, they say like retroactively like, oh yeah, I was really only playing that because it was a popular game. I never really liked the game, it was just a good way to get views or whatever. They say things along those lines, directly or indirectly. And I just figured I'd explain that, when I'm playing Minecraft on my channel, it's because it's a game I do enjoy. Really, this channel is reflective of my gaming, what I'd like to do on YouTube, where it's like, it's Minecraft, the game that I'm always coming back to. Like, it always brings me back. My Let's Play world, playing in that always makes me want to come back and do something else. And even though it's the game I always come back to, it's the game I'm always playing at some point, there's lots of other games that tempt me, and that's why the channel is like a mixture of like, mostly Minecraft, but obviously, there are some times where I'm like, I want to hop on a different game, like Boundless, for instance, or like, I played Donut County a few weeks ago, or like all these different things. It's like, it's the game just because I'm playing one game mostly, it's because it's the game that I enjoy playing the most. The channel is meant to be like a representation of both what I think I enjoy, but also in terms of like what I think I can either show you things to teach you with, or just, have some fun with. So yeah, expect to see, some more games because it is November, but always expect to see the Minecraft in the background there too. And I would say, if you're curious about Boundless, if you're curious about any of these other games we'll be playing in the next week, there's the Black Ops 4 Battle Royale, for instance, then I would totally recommend checking out the channel over the next few weeks, and I'd appreciate it if you did so regardless. So just to explain why the channel is the way it is, it's because I mostly play Minecraft until they do something really awful that kills it, such as not making hashtag 1.14 the cave update. But no, more seriously, I would say, yeah, that Minecraft is a game that it just always brings me back. And a lot of people say like, oh, that's crazy, but it's like, I mean, everyone has a game that they always play as like their comfort game or like their main game or whatever. That seems to just be the way of things in 2018, at least that's my observation. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, let me know with comments as always, that's what they're there for. But let's move into the third question already, shall we? Because this one comes in from OK Lizzie X, which in my head I'm like, okay Lizzie, I don't know why I'm like that, but that's just how I assume your name is said. But she says, I assume it's a she, Q&A, what happened to the Super Duper graphics pack? If that's even what it was called, I don't know. It was meant to come out at the same time as the release of the Xbox One X, which was nearly a year ago. You've probably already spoken about this, but there's nothing inside of my head, so I can't remember. Oh, and by the way, 10 out of 10 drawing Potato. So you like Mr. Potato Man's drawing? I like it too. But let's answer your actual question, because it's been a really long time since we've spoken about Super Duper graphics, and you might question, where is it? What's the deal with that? And let me make a key prediction here, because whenever it comes up, there's always a lot of like caginess from the team, but they always kind of hint like, yeah, it's still being worked on. I think that the Super Duper graphics pack is one of the biggest projects Minecraft is working on at any given time. There's a lot of staff working on Minecraft doing different things. Some people are working on 1.7, some people are working on 1.8, I have no doubt. Some people doing the 1.6.1 stuff. There's people doing lots of different features of all of these different updates, but as I understand it, there are a lot of people working on the new graphics pipeline. So to briefly explain, because again, if you didn't catch all the news from the last while or so, it has been quite some time. Basically, they announced the Super Duper graphics, they got everyone hyped, and then they very, very, very quietly kind of said, ooh, we can't actually do this the way we want to do it. And they figured rather than releasing something that wasn't great, they would, develop it for quite some time, but they realized the time they'd need to fully redevelop the graphics system in the game would take them over a year. So they've been doing that quietly in the background. They haven't referenced it. They've just been like, hey, that Super Duper graphics thing, it's still coming out. We just won't give it a date. They vaguely hinted 2019, but that's why I think they've got a lot of people working on this for a very long time. We're going to be seeing it maybe even at Minecon Earth, maybe another teaser, maybe we won't see that, but I think we're very close to the point where it actually will be coming out, and that gets me excited because after all this time, I am now ready for it. When it first came out, I was like, this would be interesting. Now, after the year wait, I'm like, actually, I could do with a Super Duper graphics pack. So maybe that's just me that feels that, but I have been seeing more and more comments about it. I don't know how that's become true, but it really feels like it does that. Like, not only is there now going to be a better Super Duper graphics, one that's actually going to work all the ways you expect it to, and maybe even do better things than we saw in the trailer, which would be nuts by itself, right? But also, I feel like there's more of an appetite for it, but maybe that's just me speaking for myself. But there's the answer to your question. Okay, Lizzie X. Let's move into the next one, which comes in from Smile Cheese, because names couldn't get better than that. 562. Either this is a default Xbox gamer tag, or you have the best gamertag creation skills out there. I guess equal to that of the Xbox gamertag creator. But anyway, they say, Q&A, why did you choose Minecraft as your Let's Play videos? And I just wanted to also follow up, have this one in there as like a explanation of why I play Minecraft, because a lot of people that watch the Let's Plays, if you don't know, every single Monday, they say like, either they watch it as a podcast, or they're like, I'd watch you playing a game like this, and I want to just first of all say thank you to everyone like that. The reason I play Minecraft, it's not like a tactical decision I made all those years back. It was literally, I was just Let's Playing a bunch of games back in May 2012, I think it would have been. I played some Vigilante 8 Arcade, I played some Modern Warfare 3, I played a lot of different games on my YouTube channel, and then when Minecraft came out, I was like, oh, I'll give that a try too, that'll be kind of fun, and now here we are all these years later. It's just because, like, it's the game I play. I'm sure, like, at some point we'll do, like, similar Let's Plays on other games, if they're the games I'm playing at that particular point and just diving more into. But yeah, so why do I choose Minecraft in my Let's Play videos? It just happened to be, like, that was the game that started making the YouTube channel go insane, and of course at the time I was like, oh, wow, a lot of people are liking this, I guess I'll do more of this, and I started going from uploading once a week to once a day, and now we're like once a week Let's Plays plus all these other videos. I think it's a fun system, but I just wanted to answer the question. I didn't pick Minecraft, Minecraft picked me. So the whole question was just so I could say that line. But with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from I'm a Person 52, who says, 4 minutes, which was when I answered the question about which US state would I pick. Why would most people pick California? It's literally the last place I'd go in the US, since all I hear about it is crazy wildfire stories. It's really interesting, actually, because a lot of people have this same reaction. I think about like maybe half Americans really love California and half of them really hate it. But to explain from an outside perspective exactly why California, or particular, like, let's just say LA and the also North California area, I want to say San Francisco, why they're like so revered by the rest of the world. Let's dive into it. First of all, I mean, statistically speaking, California is not only the wealthiest state in America, it's wealthier than, it's got a higher GDP per capita than not only like Russia, like the state of California, richer than Russia as a whole. It's richer than like Italy. It's richer than a lot of countries, all the countries in the world besides 5, in fact, by itself as a state. So that's kind of cool. It's the center of all the, all the filming in the world. Hollywood is what produces the world's movies, and obviously that means that most of the movies you've seen, they point to Hollywood. Also, if you're in anything in the entertainment industry, even YouTubers think if you want to have connections in TV shows, if you want to get that Disney show, if you want to get whatever, like any form of major, normal, I guess let's call it entertainment kind of stuff, you go there to do it. That's why all these YouTubers are paying ridiculous amounts of money to live there. It's funny, as a YouTuber, there's like the ultimate paradox. You can, live anywhere you want and still earn the same amount of money, but people choose to live in the most expensive places. Half of that is like, if you're wealthy, you do whatever you want, right? And half of it is like, getting the connections, but that's that's why personally I don't live in LA or don't intend to live in California, and it's mostly because of the price, but I mean, like, that's all cool, everyone has their own deciders, right? But yeah, just wanted to explain the outside appeal, explain why so many YouTubers and people like that move there, and also explain that I'm actually going to California, the San Francisco area, I don't know where exactly, you know, in next year, so that's going to be an exciting thing. Maybe you'll see some Toucat videos from there. So with that said, let's move into the next question, shall we, which comes in from Connor Smith, who says, Toycat, what is your favorite commercial breakfast cereal? So here's the thing, right, because my answer is none, but I wanted to elaborate, as I do in every single Q&A Saturday question, it seems. I'm sorry, I don't answer them in 10 seconds flat. But yeah, no, the thing is, as a kid, I always loved, like, the most chocolatey cereal my mother would let me buy. It'd always be like, I really want chocolate cornflakes. She's like, regular cornflakes. No, I don't want them anymore. And then it's like, you know, like Wheatos. And basically it was like an eternal game of like her trying to get like actually good cereals and me just trying to get chocolatey ones. And I realized as an adult, because very quickly, once I started picking my own cereal, it's like, you know, all of the cereals suck. Even the ones with lots of chocolate, even like the crazy American like sugary ones like Lucky Charms or something, they're still cereal at their heart. And just cereal is like, I mean, to me, like, it's not a particularly healthy meal. It's not a particularly nutritious meal. It's like, it's not a great breakfast anyway. So what I do instead, because I just cut the lies rather than lying to myself and saying, oh, this is really good when really it's chocolatey, or really this is really good when it just tastes awful. I've started eating it's called like Fiber 90 in the UK. It claims to be like a fiber brownie or something, but it's just a chocolate brownie that's also like, you know, like a small portion size. It's perfect. I eat chocolate brownies for breakfast right now. But the thing is because breakfast is like something you have to force yourself to eat, I have to like constantly rotate breakfast because I always like get bored of it. I know this sounds ridiculous, and even though this is probably my favorite variation on the what did you eat for breakfast question, that is my breakfast situation. I hope it helps you out, Mr. Connor. So with that said, let's move into the next question, which comes in from Octo Aegis, who says, why isn't there Spectral Arrows in Bedrock Edition? And I want to say this is why aren't there Spectral Arrows in Bedrock Edition, but I'll let you off the grammar on this one because, like, in my head, if I was going to say it, I'd probably say it that way too. So yeah, basically, why are there no Spectral Arrows in the Bedrock Edition? And the simple answer to this question is that when they added all of the potion arrows and the Spectral Arrows to the PC, it was really easy to do. On the Java Edition, the rendering engine just made that easy and made it make sense. However, when they tried to do the exact same thing for the Bedrock Edition, they discovered that because Bedrock Edition is rendered in entirely different ways, they couldn't do it properly without some major performance hit, because Minecraft Bedrock tries to only render things that you see. It's a really, really clever rendering engine. The reason that Minecraft Bedrock has such better, performance, such better, load times, all these different things, is because it's a really well-oiled, perfected machine in terms of rendering and what it shows you. However, when you shoot someone with a spectral arrow, it allows you to see someone behind blocks. This means the game is rendering two layers. It's rendering what you see and then things behind what you see, and that causes like genuine issues for the game, as I understand it. That is why we haven't seen spectral arrows yet. I imagine if they ever do this combat update v2, which I mean, like, you know, right now it's not looking like we haven't heard anything about it in a very long time, but once they actually get around to doing that, they might bring the spectral arrow back, or they might bring back a version of it. It probably won't work the same way because, again, it's so intensive, but that is why we do not have spectral arrows on Bedrock. It's a super weird thing. Like, of all the things, all the Java Edition features which haven't come over to Bedrock, there's only a few which come to mind, some of which are design decisions, but this is the only one which is because of a technical decision, which is crazy, right? That, like, oh yeah, all these other things, ravines and massive, like, changes they had to make, new oceans, they could all come over just fine, but the new arrow types, that's the thing that killed it. But it's crazy, but it's true. So with that said, let's move into the final question, which comes in from Princess Dirk, who says, Q&A, how do you decide which question to put as the title and thumbnail? And I've said this before, and a lot of people don't like the honesty on this one, because the truth is I pick the most appealing question. Whatever will make the most appealing looking thumbnail, I'll usually use that one. And the reason behind that, you might say like, that's clickbait and that's really evil. No, the basic idea is like, okay, I want not only people who subscribe to my channel to see it, but hopefully people who haven't already. The way YouTube decides to show, videos, both to your subscribers and to new people, is via, like on the homepage tab at least, is based on how many people click it. How do you get people to click it? You find something they're more interested in. Rather than, I could have picked two questions. One could have been like, oh, here's a picture of California, except with Minecraft on the back. Who, that's confusing, who wants to click that? Whereas knowing about, let's say, the spectral arrows, which I assume is what the title on this one will be, it's like, oh, I'd like to learn about those spectral arrows, and that's the entire reason I do that. And the truth is although you might be like, well, I mean, I'm a subscriber, Toycat, and I want to know what's what. Well, first of all, if you're a subscriber, you should know Q&A Saturday. Guess what? You're going to see a title with a question mark. You're going to see, like a description that says answering your questions. And I mean, it's like pretty easy to predict what any given video is going to be if you've subscribed to the channel. So if you are a subscriber, I'd like to believe like you shouldn't be able to be tricked by something because you should know the schedule, but just in case you don't know the schedule, something, because I struggle, like, some people might actually be in that position, so what I set up a long time ago is, like, my Twitter. My Twitter, every single video I ever post on YouTube goes to my Twitter, and I do it there with, like, the, you know, the most honest or ever title, because on YouTube, if someone, you know, sees the title and decides not to click it, that actively hurts the chances of everyone else seeing the video, whereas on Twitter, it doesn't matter how many of you click the video, it's just a service I offer for you all. So in case you do watch my videos, but you're like, for some reason, I like the videos, but the titles make me not want to watch them, which I don't know if anyone actually has that opinion, but just in case, the Twitter is there for you. And the reason I pick the titles and the thumbnails I do is because, you know, would it be nice if some people saw the video? And, you know, the thing about this that's kind of weird is that, like, so many people will come after YouTubers for this sort of thing, being like, I liked you until you did this, but if you like a YouTuber, you should want them to be successful. You should want them to get views and to, you know, have the success that you want them to have, which is why I just want to kind of mention right here that, like, you know, I pick those titles and thumbnails, and if you see a good title thumbnail, you should be like, yeah, that's awesome, more people are going to see the video. Like, you should support the YouTubers you like, not want them to fail, not want them to have less views or, you know, be less successful, because as far as I can tell, a lot of the newer channels that have just always done that, you know, their subscribers don't care, I guess, because they've always been there the whole time. You should want your favorite YouTuber to, like, evolve in a way, you know, it's good, you know how there's, like, that, like, always negative statement of, like, oh, you've changed, man, such a terrible thing. It's not a terrible thing. Change is constant. The only thing that hasn't changed is that I use this example every, like, year or so. I'll bring it up, like, you know, changing is a good thing. Changing is a part of being a human. You're gonna be a different person now than you were a year ago, and you should expect change, and you should enjoy, or at least, you know, at least give change a chance. That's always my recommendation. But with that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's Q&A Saturday. Please do like it if you did like it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe when you're around here with notifications turned on, and hit that bell so you can see the videos. And you know, if you hit the bell, you don't even have to care what the title is, because you just click it anyway, maybe? I don't know for sure. But yeah, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this week's Q&A Saturday. Thank you for giving me my little rant there at the end, because I'm sometimes so jealous of channels that, like, have their audiences that really want them to succeed, and I think, you know, I'm glad of the ones of you out there that feel the same way about me, but it's a shame that there's, like, a lot of people who feel the opposite, right? You know, if you like a channel, you should want it to do well. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think, comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and leave a question for next week down there as well. And I guess I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.